नमस्कार नेपाल टिभी क्यानाडाको 21औं एपिसोडमा तपाईहरुलाई स्वागत छ र म चाहिँ तपाईहरुको साथ एन्जेला शेर्पा। डिसेम्बर 10, 2015 बिहीबारको दिन क्यानाडाको टोरन्टो स्थित पियर्सन इन्टरनेशनल एयरपोर्टमा 163 जना सिरियन शरणार्थीहरूलाई क्यानाडाको प्रधानमन्त्री जस्टिन ट्रुडो र ओन्टारियो प्रोभिन्सकी प्रिमियर क्याथलिन विनले स्वागत गरेका थिए। सिरियन शरणार्थीहरू लेबनानको बेरुटदेखि 13 घण्टाको उडानपछि क्यानाडा आइपुगेका थिए। लिबरल सरकारको चुनाव अघिको प्रतिबद्धता अनुसार 25,000 सिरियन शरणार्थीहरू 2015 को अन्त्यसम्म क्यानाडा आइपुग्नु पर्ने थियो, तर विभिन्न कारणले गर्दा 2016 फेब्रुअरीसम्म आइपुग्ने क्यानाडा सरकारले जनाएको छ।
This is a wonderful night where we get to show not just a plane load of new Canadians what Canada is all about, but we get to show the world how to open our hearts and welcome in people who are fleeing extraordinarily difficult situations. But it's not just about receiving them tonight. It's about the hard work we're all going to do in the coming weeks, months, and indeed years to ensure that everyone who passes through here tonight and in the weeks and months to come are able to build a life for themselves, for their family, and also contribute fully to the continued growth of this extraordinary country.
डिसेम्बर 13, 2015 आइतबारको दिन क्यानाडाको मिसिसागाको सेन्ट्रल लाइब्रेरीमा अन्तर्क्रिया कार्यक्रम सम्पन्न भयो। भारतले नेपाल विरुद्ध गरेको अघोषित नाकाबन्दीको विरोधमा मिसिसागाको सेलिब्रेसन स्क्वायरमा शान्तिपूर्ण विरोध प्रदर्शन पनि सम्पन्न भएको थियो। सो कार्यक्रमको आयोजना कन्सर्न नेपाल क्यानाडाले गरेको थियो।
This is kind of international treaty. The United Nations has clearly declared all the land of the country has a power and right to go all the way down to the port. But India is making a lot of disturbance, and that is the main agenda for today's event. And for your information, we have divided this program into two different sessions. One is indoor. We are trying to get a lot of ideas from our distinguished guests. At the same time, after the event, we are going outside in the celebration square, trying to bring some international, public attention, showing that the blockade is bad idea, and India must have to lift that as soon as possible.
We are delighted to have you here to participate and share in the International Human Rights Day 2015, hosted by Concern Nepal Canada. Thank you for joining us today. There are many of you come here despite your very busy schedule, short march to remind us all just how important today event is.
From our MP, population, Canadian peace activists, community workers, from Indo-Canadian Workers Association, Pakistani Canadian Association, and fellow community members. Good afternoon and welcome you all. I have prepared one draft. The embargo of Indian embargo and violation of international laws. I have only takes 5 minutes. Because of the time frame, I prepared my own document, so I'm just going to read it out and for your reference. India, our neighbor, even more, so is a neighbor in a special relationship. Uninterpreted movement, trade, profession, and transit through the open border. This is now, again, relation of bread and bread. The relation of language, religion, and culture. This is how Nepal-India relation has been going on for a period of almost 7 decades.
We are celebrating, or we are just marking the day of International Human Rights. And since the event is organized by the Concern Nepal people, we have to look into the history and the impact of Indo-Nepal treaties, their historical ties, and what has been contemplating since April 2014. You Nepali guys, you do a very good job because you are doing miracle. Miracle in terms of South Asian countries. You adopted the first constitution on September 20th, and that is the only country which gives the labor class a social security net. This is the only one country in the whole South Asian country where you have put in the, you have incorporated the social security net for the labor rights. Apart from it, you adopted the secularism. This is the main problem for India, or the Indian ruling class, which is governed, which is organized by RSS, BJP combined. You are the first nation outside the Indian boundaries who are facing the suffocation led by RSS Hindutva forces. I am from India, and I can tell you that 400 million Dalits, 20 million Muslims, they are also feeling the same fire like you are feeling.
What India is doing, that already expressed here by the speakers, and what is the role of Indian government is there, that is also already expressed here. But we must have that we are the Indians, you are the Nepalis, and we have friendship together. Who are fighting there? They are the ruling classes. What is the main setback to Modi government is that they after the revolution in Nepal, when they constitute their constitution, they did not mention any religion that one. They did not add Hindu religion that one. Although some people believe in Hinduism in Nepal also, but most of the majority people believe in Hinduism in India. So now Modi government is already putting its agenda on our people. That's Hindutva. Hindutva means we all are Hindus. They are trying to make Hindus to us all. Even there are Sikhs, there are racists also there. There are other community Muslims are also there. There is a multi-religious, multicultural, multilingual society in India.
On behalf of the Committee of Progressive Pakistani Canadians, I take this opportunity to express our solidarity with the people of Nepal who are bearing the brunt of trade restrictions and economic sanctions from India, or what can be called an undeclared trade embargo. I would like to start by congratulating the people of Nepal and the pro-people forces there on successfully ending the monarchy in 2008 and adopting a secular federal constitution in 2013. As per UN Charter, transit privileges are fundamental and permanent right of a landlocked country. We have seen this on many occasions that neighboring countries violate these internationally guaranteed rights to achieve their own regional and territorial designs. Coming from Pakistan, we have seen these games being played by our own successive governments in neighboring Afghanistan. While we urge the government of India to end this trade and fuel embargo against Nepal, where huge rebuilding and reconstruction is required in the wake of the devastating earthquake earlier this year, we also urge the state of Pakistan to stop all interference in Afghanistan. We stand by the people of Nepal in deciding the laws and political system they choose for themselves and their country. In the spirit of internationalism, global cooperation, and the rights given to the landlocked countries under the UN Charter, we demand of the government of India to immediately lift trade and fuel embargo against Nepal so that the people and government of Nepal could go back to rebuilding and reconstructing their country and people of Nepal could live in peace and tranquility. Thank you very much.
So first I want to thank Concern Nepal Canada for organizing this event and for inviting me to speak on behalf of the Canadian Peace Congress. It's important, I think, that we're having this discussion as part of International Human Rights Day, because that event celebrates the signing of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and it's one of the legal foundations of our common understanding of the rights of the world's peoples to peace, security, sovereignty, and progress. So today is an important day to give particular attention to crimes against human rights, to the struggle for human rights.
Well, good afternoon, friends. It's really wonderful to see so many friendly faces. I just want to start by thanking the community for organizing this event, bringing this important issue to everyone's attention, certainly to my attention. I also want to take this opportunity to thank some of my friends, Anil, Govind, and many others who helped me recently in my election campaign and were great supporters. And I know many members of the community were supported both myself and some of my other colleagues, and I want to thank them very much for that. It meant a great deal to me. I am very distressed to hear about this unofficial blockade by India of Nepal. I mean, there's absolutely no excuse for blockading the delivery of medicine, food, fuel, and other necessities of life. And certainly on my behalf, I would encourage the government of India, the government of Prime Minister Modi, to take whatever steps are necessary to allow these goods to cross the border immediately. We all know that Nepal has had a difficult few months. I was able to help with Anil's support and others in the community when the earthquakes happened. Canada was one of the very first countries to respond, and I'm very proud of the fact that our government did respond very quickly. We sent our DART team, many other resources to help the devastation caused by those earthquakes. But of course, that's only the beginning. The immediate relief is one thing, but then you have to rebuild the country, you have to rebuild the structures, the institutions, the infrastructure, and part of that is making sure you have the delivery of the medicines and fuel and food products and other things that are necessary to rebuild the country. And that's something that only India can do, because as we know, India and China are the two countries that surround Nepal. Certainly Nepal is in a difficult situation, having such large and powerful neighbors, and neighbors that often compete with each other on both sides. So that's something that I think that needs to be done, and Canada should stand in solidarity with the Nepali people and demand that those borders be open. I would be very pleased to speak to my good friend, the Honourable Tony Clement, who is the Canadian Conservative Party and Foreign Affairs critic on this issue, and ask him to bring it forward in the Parliament, and also with the current government, current Minister of Foreign Affairs. So again, I'm really pleased to be here. I want to thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to be here to learn more about this issue, and I look forward to working with the community to help improve the situation as soon as possible. Thank you very much.
Concern Nepal Canada वार्षिक रूपमै गर्ने कार्यक्रम बसेको थियो। यसपटक चाहिँ विशेष गरेर भारतको जुन अघोषित नाकाबन्दी नेपालप्रति लगायो, त्यो नाकाबन्दीको विरोधमा आज हामीले नेपाली कम्युनिटी मात्र नभएर क्यानाडाको अरू कम्युनिटीबाट पनि पाकिस्तानी, इन्डियन, पन्जाबी, यहाँको मेन स्ट्रिमहरूलाई बोलाएर आज सबैले एक शब्दमा एउटै वर्डमा भारतले नचाहिँदो काम गरेको, भारतले अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय कानुन मर्यादा विपरीत काम गरेको छ, यसले तत्कालै एउटा भारतले यो बन्द गर्नुपर्छ।
India, India, what we want. Stop blockade. And blockade. India, India, what we want. Stop blockade. Stop blockade.
नमस्कार, म अतुल सुवेदी, ब्यारिस्टर, सलिसिटर र नोटरी पब्लिक हुँ। मैले इमिग्रेसन, रिफ्युजी म्याटर्स, फ्यामिली ल, रियल स्टेट र कमर्सियल क्लोजिङको लागि कानुनी सेवा प्रदान गर्छु। मलाई 4169179571 मा सम्पर्क गर्न सक्नुहुनेछ।
नेपाली तथा इन्डियन खानाको लागि काठमाडौँ रेस्टुरेन्ट टोरन्टो अहिले 3वटा लोकेसनहरूमा सञ्चालन हुँदैछ। अन्य जानकारीको लागि यम खत्री 4169245787, गणेश खत्री 4164490404 मा सम्पर्क गर्न सक्नुहुनेछ।
नमस्कार, म कृष्ण तिमसिना, लाइसेन्स रियल इस्टेट एजेन्ट। मेरा सेवाहरू यस प्रकार छन्: रेसिडेन्सियल, कमर्सियल, investment, business buying and selling.
Kunja Sharma and Associates, licensed trustees for proposals on bankruptcies.
Avoid bankruptcy.
Stop calls from your creditors.
Stop interest and penalties.
Stop garnishment even from CRA.
We are
Kunja Sharma and Associates.
दर्शकवृन्द, विभिन्न व्यक्तिहरूसँग कुरा गर्ने क्रममा नेपाल टिभी क्यानाडाको कार्यक्रम हेरौं फेस टु फेस।
नमस्कार, म हरि शिवपति। अहिले हामीले निम्त्याउँदैछौँ कवि, साहित्यकार तथा राजनीतिकर्मी शेखर ढुङ्गेल। उहाँ NRN USA को सल्लाहकार तथा विभिन्न पदहरूमा विभिन्न सङ्घ संस्थाहरूमा आबद्ध राजनीतिक, साहित्य र कवि तथा गीतकारको रूपमा परिचित हुनुहुन्छ। हाम्रो स्टुडियोमा स्वागत छ शेखरजी, यहाँलाई।
धन्यवाद दाजुजी।
हजुर, शेखरजी, यहाँको सानो परिचय आफ्नै तर्फबाट पाउन हाम्रा दर्शकवृन्दहरूलाई।
धन्यवाद। अब यहाँले भन्नुभयो जस्तो भनि नै हाल्नुभयो, कवि, साहित्यकार र एनआरएनसँग विभिन्न सङ्घ संस्थामा आबद्ध भनेर। राजनीतिमा चाहिँ म छैन र मेरो अरू लगाव प्रायः जस्तो चाहिँ सामाजिक परिवर्तनको लागि विवेकशीलता भन्ने एउटा अभियान नेपालमा चलाइराखेको छु र समाजसेवा नै मेरो मुख्य ध्येय हो।
हजुर, र अहिले यहाँ युएसएमा कति सालमा आउनुभयो र अहिले यहाँको मिसन के छ?
अब मेरो अमेरिका बसाइ अहिले करिब 20 वर्ष भयो।
हजुर,
र मिसन भन्दाखेरि अब हामी नेपालबाट यो देशमा आफ्नै व्यक्तिगत पारिवारिक स्वार्थलाई पहिलो मिसन भन्नु पर्यो अमेरिका प्रवेश हुँदाखेरि। अब यहाँ आइसकेपछि केही बेसिक कुराहरू, आफ्नो कामहरू सम्पन्न भयो भनौँ।
हजुर,
अब त्यसले गर्दाखेरि यो बिचमा नेपालको जुन एउटा राजनीतिक अस्थिरता, अशान्ति र अस्तव्यस्तताहरू छन्, अब त्यसले हामी जुन माटो पानीबाट हुर्क्यौँ, जहाँ आफन्तहरू छन्, जहाँ आफ्नोपन भन्ने छ, आफ्नो देश भनिन्छ, र त्यहाँ भएको ती विकृति विसङ्गतिहरूले आफूलाई चाहिँ नि पिरोलिरहन्छ र हर हमेसा विदेशमा यदि साल समुद्र पारी भए पनि प्रत्येक मिनट नेपालमा के भयो कि, नेपालमा के भयो कि भन्ने मनमा आइरहन्छ, जिज्ञासा चलिरहन्छ र त्यहाँको हामी समाचारहरूमा चाहिँ नि हामी भन्न सकिँदैन, 24 घण्टा जस्तो हाम्रो दिमाग चाहिँ त्यहाँ रहिरहन्छ। त यस प्रसङ्गमा अब अहिले हेर्दाखेरि हाम्रो यो 60 वर्षको हाम्रो राजनीतिक अभ्यास विभिन्न वादहरूको भयो नेपालमा, र पनि हामीले एउटा स्थायित्व ग्रहण गर्न सकेनौँ। र यही बिचमा दोस्रो विश्वयुद्धपछि बनेका देशहरू कहाँबाट कहाँ पुगिसके हामीले देखिराखेका छौँ। तर विश्वको 17औं ज्येष्ठ देश नेपाल, जो कहिले कुनै देशको पराधीन भएन, तर पनि हाम्रो देश आज अब पराधीन हो कि, अब हाम्रो स्वाधीनता नष्ट हुने हो कि, एउटा हाम्रो अब अस्तित्व चाहिँ नष्ट हुने हो कि भन्ने चिन्ता बढेर गएको छ।
जुन गौरव थियो नि हामीलाई, हामी पराधीन छैनौँ, ब्रिटिसले पनि हामीलाई एट्याक गर्न नसकेको भनेर गौरव गर्थ्यौँ हामी, त्यो अहिले अब रहेन।
त्यो दिन रहेन र विश्वलाई नै लज्जित बनाउने प्रकारको जुन हाम्रो विकृत विषय कि हाम्रो समाज हामीले भोगिराखेका छौँ। त्यसले गर्दा सबै कुरा कारणमा हामीमा अब सबभन्दा ठुलो कुरो त अशिक्षा नै भयो, बेरोजगारी, गरिबी नै हुनुपर्छ। र त्यसलाई पनि अझ अगाडि कसरी चाहिँ समेटेर कसरी व्यवस्थापन गर्न सकिन्छ भन्ने कुरामा अब हामी प्राय चाहिँ अब नेतृत्व वर्गलाई दोष दिएर हामीले धेरै समय नष्ट गऱ्यौँ। अब नेतृत्व वर्गलाई दोष दिने होइन, हाम्रो राष्ट्रप्रति जिम्मेवारी के हो, हामी प्रत्येक नागरिकले सोच्नु पर्यो र आफ्नो क्षेत्रबाट हामीले समाजलाई दिन सक्ने योगदान सकारात्मक र विवेकयुक्त देखाउनु पर्यो।
भर्खरै यहाँले पब्लिस गर्नुभएको एउटा ज्ञानवर्धक किताब जुन पब्लिस गर्नुभएको छ, यसमा भन्न खोजिएको समष्टिमा धेरै शीर्षकहरू छन्। भन्न खोजिएको चाहिँ के छ यो? यसमा चाहिँ ज्ञानवर्धक भन्नाले कुन विषयलाई लक्षित गरिएको छ यसमा?
एकदम साधारण शब्दमा भन्नुपर्दाखेरि परिवर्तनको लागि विवेकशीलता। अब हामीले सधैँ सुनिराखेको हौँ कि हाम्रो देश समृद्ध स्थायित्व शान्तिमय बनाउनलाई पद्धति भन्दा पनि हाम्रो मानसिक प्रवृत्ति परिवर्तन हाम्रो अनिवार्यता हो। त्यसै कारणले हामीमा चाहिँ विवेकशीलता र जिम्मेवारीपन भएन भने चाहे तपाईँको घर होस्, चाहे समाज होस्, चाहे राजनीति होस्, त्यसले चाहिँ नि अब सही मार्ग लिन सक्दैन। र यसरी सही मार्ग नलिँदाखेरि देश चाहिँ नि अब के भन्छ
सही मार्गको बाटो के हो भन्ने कुरा विषय
छैन। आफ्नो जिम्मेवारी, मुख्य कुरा जिम्मेवारी,
नागरिक जिम्मेवारी
भने त्यस कारण परिवर्तनलाई विवेकशीलता, अङ्ग्रेजीमा नर्म्स अफ सिभिक सेन्स भन्छ, जसको मूल मर्म के हो त भने प्रत्येक नागरिकमा मेरो कारणले आज कोही अरूको लागि असुविधा, दुःख, पीडा, नोक्सानी नहोस्, त्यति मात्र एउटा हामी प्रत्येक नेपालीले हामीले सोचेर बिहान हिँड्थ्यौँ भने सरकारी कर्मचारीले त्यही सोच दिने हो, बाटो हिँड्ने मान्छे त्यही सोच दिने हो, र प्रशासकहरूले त्यही सोच दिने हो, राजनीतिक वर्गले त्यही सोच दिने हो। प्रत्येकले प्रत्येक अर्कोको लागि सहयोगी भएर काम गरिदिनु भयो भने यो राजनीति पद्धति ठुलो कुरा होइन र हाम्रो समाज त्यतिकै समृद्ध हुन्छ भन्ने मलाई लाग्छ।
धन्यवाद शेखरजी, यहाँलाई बहुमूल्य समय दिनुभएको र सारगर्भित हामीलाई चाहिँ दुई चार कुराहरू हाम्रा दर्शकहरूलाई दिनुभएको हुनाले यहाँलाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद छ।
धन्यवाद हरिजी, नेपाल टिभी क्यानाडालाई पनि र दर्शकहरूलाई पनि।
नमस्कार, म अतुल सुवेदी, ब्यारिस्टर, सलिसिटर र नोटरी पब्लिक हुँ। मैले इमिग्रेसन, रिफ्युजी म्याटर्स, फ्यामिली ल, रियल एस्टेट र कमर्सियल क्लोजिङको लागि कानुनी सेवा प्रदान गर्छु। मलाई 4169179571 मा सम्पर्क गर्न सक्नुहुनेछ।
नेपाली तथा इन्डियन खानाको लागि काठमाडौँ रेस्टुरेन्ट टोरन्टो अहिले 3वटा लोकेसनहरूमा सञ्चालन हुँदैछ। अन्य जानकारीको लागि यम खत्री 4169245787, गणेश खत्री 4164490404 मा सम्पर्क गर्न सक्नुहुनेछ।
नमस्कार, म कृष्ण तिमसिना, लाइसेन्स रियल इस्टेट एजेन्ट। मेरा सेवाहरू यस प्रकार छन्: रेसिडेन्सियल, कमर्सियल, इन्भेस्टमेन्ट, बिजनेस बाइङ एन्ड सेलिङ।
Kunja Sharma and Associates, licensed trustees for proposals on bankruptcies.
Avoid bankruptcy.
Stop calls from your creditors.
Stop interest and penalties.
Stop garnishment even from CRA.
We are
Kunja Sharma and Associates.
उपहार भयो जिन्दगी, हो उपहार भयो जिन्दगी, तिमीलाई सँगालेर राख्नु तिर्सना सधैँ सधैँभरिलाई। तिमी बिना दिन रात काट्ने गाह्रो भो, तिमी बिना दिन रात काट्ने गाह्रो भो, मुटु दुख्छ बेसरी बाँच्नै साह्रो भो, बाँच्नै साह्रो भो। निम्ति उठायो तिमीले ल्याऊ कसरी आफ्नै सामु डोली चढेको हेरौँ म कसरी दिन रहेछ ईश्वरले नि दुखीलाई साथ दिन रहेछ ईश्वरले नि दुखीलाई साथ कसको कुरा सुनि प्रिय छोड्यो मेरो हात छोड्यो मेरो हात
हस्त दर्शकवृन्द आजलाई यति नै अर्को एपिसोडमा फेरि भेट हुने नै छ नेपाल टिभी क्यानाडाको सम्पूर्ण टिम लगायत म एन्जला शेर्पालाई पनि बिदा दिनुहोस् नमस्कार
उपहार भयो जिन्दगी तिमीलाई सँगालेर राख्नु तिर्सना सधैँ सधैँभरिलाई